Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I welcome you all to another series of History of British Literature. I have already made 3 videos about Old English, Middle English and Age of Revival. Please do watch it. Today we are going to see about Elizabethan Age. Elizabethan Age starts from 1558 AD to 1603 AD. Elizabeth succeeded to the throne after Queen Mary. This age is known as Golden Age in English history. Why so? Let me tell you friends. It's because during this era, England experienced peace and prosperity and England became a wealthy nation. The time period is named after Queen Elizabeth I. She is a virgin queen. She brought lot of political stability in England. It was a time of progress. The Queen herself was a great patron of art and she loved poetry. Edmund Spenser dedicated Faerie Queene to Queen Elizabeth. And another important thing is, during this period there were no war. So people started to work in various other art forms, especially in literature. So many writers started to write many poetries, dramas, essays, etc. It was the time literature started to flourish. Hence this age is known as Golden Age in English history. Now let us see about characteristics of the age. The defeat of Spanish Armada in 1558 is one of the greatest achievement of Queen Elizabeth. It was the time when British started to colonize other nations, and most important significant advancement is advancement in exploration. It was the time when Vasco da Gama discovered America, and another important change is Renaissance. I have already spoke about Renaissance in my last video. Renaissance is nothing but it means rebirth of art and literature. People were amazed by learning of Greek and Roman civilization, so that they sought to come back. That's how Renaissance began. Renaissance spread across all over Europe by a phenomena called cultural diffusion. Now, it means a main idea spreading from center point to other. For example, Renaissance. Renaissance initially started in Italy and it started to spread across all over Europe. Another important thing is Renaissance humanism. It is a philosophy which says that humans have dignity and power. It believes that it should be centered around humanity and reason instead of listening to church and its regulations. Now let us see about religious background of the age. Catholic and Protestants are the two main religions. Queen herself is a Protestant. She initially demanded a degree of tolerance towards Catholic. Parliament passed the Acts of Supremacy Uniformity, but Catholic bishops opposed to swear the oath. Finally, Church of England declared independence from Catholic Church. Now let us talk about the literature of the age. I have already told you so many writers started to write many works during this period. One such important playwright is William Shakespeare. He contributed a lot for the development of literature. Ralph Roister Doister is known as the first English comedy by Nicholas, and Gorboduc is considered to be the first tragedy by Thomas Norton. Please note down these 2 points, which is very important from net point of view. This was the time theatres started to establish in England. Some of the famous theatres are the Rose, the Swan, Globe and the Curtain. Among these, Globe Theatre is very important because where Shakespeare worked, it was created by Lord Chamberlain's man in 1559. Now let us talk about important writers of the age. First, famous poets: Edmund Spenser, Sir Philip Sidney, Thomas Watt, Henry Howard, Thomas Norton. Edmund Spenser is famous for his work Fairy Queen, and we all know about Philip Sidney. He is famous for his work An Apology for Poetry. Famous dramatists were William Shakespeare, Ben Jonson, Thomas Middleton, John Webster, Thomas Heywood, and Thomas Dekker. Famous prose writers were Francis Bacon, William Webb, and Robert Hooker. Francis Bacon is known as the father of essays. He is very famous for his essays. Now let us talk about university wits. The term university wits was coined by George Saintsbury. Do make a note. Now, who are these university wits? Let me tell you, friends. John Lilly, George Peele, Robert Greene, Thomas Nash, Thomas Lodge, Thomas Kidd, and Christopher Marlowe. These 7 members were known as university wits. Among these 7 members, Christopher Marlowe is very important. So please do study about Christopher Marlowe in detail. Marlowe, Greene, Nash studied in Cambridge University, whereas John Lilly, Lodge, and Peele studied in Oxford University. Thomas Kidd did not study in any of these universities. Now let us see about each university wit in detail. First, John Lilly. John Lilly is famous for writing plays in prose form. He is very famous for his well-known work Anatomy of Wit. He wrote Galatea. It is a work which inspired Shakespeare very much. So, he wrote Midsummer's Night Dream. Shakespeare took sources from Lilly and wrote Twelfth Night, Much Ado About Nothing, and Love Labour's Lost. Now let us talk about George Peele. He is famous for his work The Anatomy of Paris and The Old Wives, and he is the first to blend romantic drama with realism. Peele and Shakespeare collaborated and wrote these works. Now let us talk about Robert Greene. He is the founder of romantic comedy and he wrote many pamphlets. The Triumph of Wit, from which Shakespeare drew plot for A Winter's Tale. In his work, please note down this work, The Grotsworth of Wit, he made a remark about Shakespeare. An abstract crow beautified with our feathers. Now let us talk about Thomas Nash. He is famous for his well-known work, The Unfortunate Traveller, which is considered to be the first historical novel. Thomas Lodge. He is famous for his work Defense of Place, which is a pamphlet. His best known works are Rosalind. It provided plot for Shakespeare's As You Like It. He collaborated with Greene on the play A Looking Glass for London and England. Thomas Kidd's famous work is known as Hieronymo. It is considered to be the first revenge tragedy. His plays were based on tragedies written by Seneca. Now, Kidd's famous work is known as Hieronymo. It is considered to be the first revenge tragedy. His plays were based on tragedies written by Seneca. Now, who is Seneca? He is a classic playwright. Shakespeare influenced by him and he wrote his famous tragedy Hamlet. Now let us talk about Christopher Marlowe. He is very famous from net point of view. He is famous for his work Dr. Faustus, Tamburlaine, Edward II and the Jew of Malta were his other works. He used blank verse in his plays. He died at the age of 30, so he was not able to contribute lot for the development of literature. Another famous playwright is known as William the Shakespeare. As I have already told you, he contributed lot for the development of literature. He wrote 39 plays, 154 sonnets and 2 long narrative poems. His plays were very simple, so people started to enjoy reading his plays. So they all loved reading Shakespeare's plays. Now let us talk about minor writers. Thomas Heywood, he was called as Prose Shakespeare by Charles Lamb. Please do note it. He wrote 200 plays. His most popular play is A Woman Killed with Kindness. Another famous playwright is Ben Jonson. He is famous for his work Volpone and A Tale of Tub. One more important playwright is John Webster. He began his career with collaboration with Dekker and Heywood. His first individually written play was The Devil's Low Case. The White Devil and Duchess of Malfi were considered to be his most important plays. So please do read about these two plays in detail, which is very important from net point of view. So that's all for this video, friends. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, means like it, share it and subscribe to my channel, and please do give your suggestion and feedback so that I can improve my teaching. Thank you.